Hi, gang, it's Mr. Donahue again with another day of our exciting book. Today, we are going to be reading Spookley, the Square Pumpkin by Joe Troiano. There he is. So, if you like this book, check it out in the library. Ask your teacher. Have mom buy it wherever she buys books. But we're going to be reading The Legend of Spookley, the Square Pumpkin. Let's see here. One day in the pumpkin patch, a strange little pumpkin hatched. Spookley wasn't like his friends where they had curves. He had ends. Spookley was different. He was odd. He was rare. Spookley the pumpkin wasn't round. He was square. There he is, a square pumpkin. Oh, imagine that. While the round pumpkins had fun rolling around, poor Spookley sat shaped all wrong. He tried and he tried with all of his might, but he couldn't budge, he just sat tight. The other pumpkins teased him because he was square. Well, Spookley wished he was round and could roll everywhere. That is until one night when they all discovered it's fine to be round when the weather is fair. But there are times it's better to be square. Halloween was just a day away when a mighty storm blew in across the bay. It tossed the round pumpkins to and fro. It snapped their vines and off they'd go. Bouncing left and slamming right, banging, banging, what a sight! Spookley sat there filled with fright. He was glad to be a square that night. Oh, it's a pretty bad storm. Suddenly the fence gave way. The pumpkins rolled out into the bay. Oh, look. Oh, rolling off the hill. Falling in the water. Spookley knew there was what must be done. It was up to him. He was the one. He teetered, he tottered, he ripped and he tried. And finally flipped. He was on his side. Again he tipped, again he flopped. Again he flipped, and then he stopped. Right in the gap when the fence had snapped, he blocked the way and the hole was capped. All the pumpkins shouted hooray! Spookley the square pumpkin had saved the day. Then a pumpkin hit him with a whack. He thought his shell would start to crack. Then another one hit him with a thump, and another one with a smack. Oh, poor Spookley. What's he gonna do? Then one by one, a ton of pumpkins piled on the stack. With a bang and a bash and a crunch and a crash. And then all went black. Oh no. That doesn't sound good, does it? At dawn, when the storm had stopped, the farmer came out and checked his crop. He picked his pumpkins up one by one. He laid them out in the warm, dry sun. And then when the last was moved away, the farmer could see what had saved the day. An odd-shaped pumpkin, short and dense, had weighed against the broken fence. Its shell was bruised, its stem was too, but there was a brave little Spookley sitting straight, strong, and true. Right then and there, the farmer knew of all the seeds he had ever sown, Spookley was the special one that he had grown. And the rest of the year went when it was time to sow. He sowed those seeds in every row. He watered and weeded and watched them grow. And that morning about mid-June when the pumpkin patch began to bloom, there were tiny pumpkins everywhere. Hundreds and hundreds. most of them square. Oh my. Square pumpkins. I want a square pumpkin. Some were cubes and some were rectangles. Some were flat and others rectangle. And others yet were triangles. There was a bed of bright red ones and 2 rows of blue. Then there were polka dot pumpkins and rainbow ones too. There were thousands of colors and shapes and hundreds of shapes. Oh, what a garden variety makes. Now you know the story of how Spookley grew. Maybe someday, if you tell someone too, they'll go tell someone who will go tell another. And maybe one day we'll all discover you can't judge a book or a pumpkin by its cover. This is a great one to talk about friendship. That was really good because no matter who we are, we're all different. And that's what makes us special because there's only one of me and there's only one of you and you and you and you. So be proud of who you are and don't treat others differently because they're different. Because you could miss out on a great friend like Spookley. Well, have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye.